Have you ever wondered why very smart people make others uncomfortable? Why a single idea from a high IQ mind can clear a room faster than an awkward joke? It isn't just ego. It's how the brain protects identity. When someone thinks on a different level, it doesn't just challenge our opinions, it threatens the story we tell about who we are. Think about the difference. We admire a strong athlete or a wealthy entrepreneur without feeling personally attacked. Those traits are external. Intelligence is internal. Our beliefs are our sense of self. When a deep thinker walks in, they don't have to say much. Their presence can act like a mirror. Suddenly, our shortcuts and blind spots are visible. That sting you feel? Most people deflect it, change the topic, make a joke, dismiss the nuance. The idea isn't rejected because it's wrong, it's rejected because it's uncomfortable. Look at how this plays out with someone like Elon Musk. For some, he's a visionary who bets on rockets, EVs, brain-computer interfaces, ideas that feel like science fiction. For others, he's polarizing. Same person, same intelligence, but two radically different reactions. Why? Because big ideas test boundaries. They threaten business models, job identities, political tribes, personal narratives. Admiration and defensiveness can exist in the same audience, in the same moment. That tension is the point. High intelligence surfaces the gap between what is and what could be. Under the hood, the brain prefers what psychologists call cognitive ease, information that's familiar, simple, and fast to process. Complex, layered ideas are the opposite. They ask us to slow down, revise, and sometimes admit we were wrong. Add a few common biases and resistance hardens. The less we know, the more certain we feel. We cling to the status quo because it feels safer than change. When core beliefs are challenged, we double down instead of updating. These are not moral failings, they're protective reflexes. Context matters too. One-on-one, a deep conversation can feel electric. Curiosity switched on, status pressure low. Put the same idea in a group and everything changes. Now people are performing for the room. Social comparison kicks in. Reputation is on the line, so being publicly wrong feels dangerous. The exact same insight that inspires in private can provoke defensiveness in public. This is why the smartest conversations often happen quietly, and why mass consensus tends to arrive years after the first signal. Modern platforms amplify the problem. Online, certainty outperforms nuance because it's fast. Algorithms reward emotional spikes. Outrage, awe, fear, tribal victory laps. Long, careful arguments are harder to compress into a headline or a 15-second clip. So shallow takes travel further than deep ones. Offline, schools and workplaces say they want critical thinking. But day-to-day, they often reward compliance, harmony, and predictability. The person who spots the flaw early can get labeled difficult, until the flaw becomes undeniable, and everyone asks why no one spoke up. History keeps receipts. Socrates questioned comfortable beliefs and paid with his life. Galileo challenged dogma and was silenced. Hypatia taught reason and was murdered by a mob. Alan Turing helped end a world war and was persecuted. Over and over, society resists depth while it's still costly, and then celebrates it once it's safe. We don't fear intelligence itself. We fear what intelligence reveals before we're ready. So if you're the person who can't stop pulling on threads, what do you do? First, choose your arenas. Not every room is designed for nuance. Bring your most complex ideas to people and places built to hold them. Deep dive videos, long-form writing, intimate salons, niche communities. You don't need millions, you need the right hundreds. Second, translate without betraying. Clarity isn't dumbing down, it's respect for your listener's time. Start with concrete examples and metaphors before abstractions. Give people an on-ramp, not a wall. Third, lead with questions. What would need to be true for this to work? Opens doors. You're wrong slams them. Curiosity disarms defensiveness better than any argument. Fourth, prototype your claims. The bolder the idea, the more it deserves a demo. Data, a working mock-up, a small pilot. Evidence calms threat responses. Show, don't just tell. Fifth, use solitude as a tool, not a sentence. Time alone is where complex thoughts cohere. Write, build, refine, then return to the right rooms, with sharper ideas and thicker skin. Sixth, build your circle deliberately. Seek mentors, collaborators, early adopters, the people who challenge you without trying to shrink you. A small, steady tribe beats a large, fickle crowd. Finally, time your truth. Some ideas are seedlings. Protect them while they grow roots. When they're sturdy enough to withstand misunderstanding, that's when you go wide. Here's the paradox. Society needs deep thinkers to move forward, even as it resists them in the moment. Talent hits a target everyone can see. Genius hits a target no one sees yet. That gap feels threatening until it becomes obvious. If you've ever felt the chill in the room when you share a hard idea, you're not broken, you're early. Keep thinking deeply, communicate clearly, choose your arenas. And if this resonates with you, add your story below. When did being the smart one cost you?